Hello and welcome to a fun one. Here we're opening up a really unique set of cards. This is the 1992 Exotic Dreams collector cards that include some of the most exotic cars ever made and favorite collectors' items of them. So, it's the first time that I'm seeing these and opening it up. So, I'm pretty excited to see what we've got going on. It was made by a smaller card company, to my knowledge, and so it'll be interesting to see how they kind of come out, how they look, and the overall feel of the cards and the set. But yeah, let's start with this front one. There's 36 packs, so we'll do a stack of 9. 3, 6, 9, perfect. And we will explore this together. So over here is our podium. The coolest card will go there until there is only one remaining at the end, which will be the winner of the day. And yeah, we'll talk about the cards and the cars and just have a good time as we get through. Produced by All Sports Marketing. There are 100 cards in the set with stunning photography. And yeah, that's what we've got. 9 cards per pack, 36 packs per box. So let's check it out and see what we have here. And every set has a unique way of opening packs that works well. So I'll learn that eventually for these. But first up, we have, let's see, these seem stuck together. Definitely stuck together. So of the earliest 90s cards that have a really high gloss, that is somewhat common, but let's see if they peel apart okay or if they're damaged on the front. But we'll go card by card, and here's the Nissan 300 ZX Turbo. And whoa, that one is way messed up. You could see on the bottom corner there. You could see all the way across the card itself. And yep, so that one's certainly toasty. Let's see how the rest of them go. But here we have you could see the color coming off of the back over here too. The Mickey Porsche 959 Coupe. And there we have the front. So not too bad, but a little roughed up. The corners are definitely jammed. So that one's going to be tricky. Ooh, a Lamborghini Countach 5000S. The Quattro Valvole. That's pretty cool looking. And it also includes engine size, the year of the car, horsepower, top speed, estimated value, and the owner of that specific car. Obviously, a lot of the high-end exotics, there are only a few of certain ones, and so attaching the owner history to that can be pretty cool in its own way. And so here we have this, the Lamborghini Countach. So that looks pretty neat. I'll try to find a way that you could see these without too much light reflecting, but the good thing with the black surface is you get the card shine, but when you have a very shiny black card, then all that light suddenly becomes the primary reflection. Next up, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster. So that's a beautiful classic car there. In the front, we've got that. Definitely stuck together here. So a little roasted up. So I don't think any high grades are coming out of these cards, but they're still cool looking cards. So we'll check out the Jaguar XJS Roadster Custom. And there we go. And that one's looking pretty good. Little toasty up here, but cool looking car. And we have our Nissan 300 ZX Turbo, which I think we just had that as our first card. Yeah, so 2 of the same card in the same pack. Interesting. And let's look briefly at our cards. We'll pick one from this first pack, and we'll put put it on the podium. But let's see if this one's any better. Okay, definitely looking better than the first one that we had that mark across it. So things are looking up. We're getting a little better. We have a Sunbeam Tiger convertible, 1965. It's looking pretty neat. And let's see. All right, now we're getting a little better. There we go. Looks almost like a Shelby Cobra, like a small, lower Shelby Cobra. Ooh, the Acura NSX. What an incredible car. This is from 1991. The power, the look, the speed. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful car. And fast. So there we go. We have that. And the Chevrolet Corvette Coupe. This is a 63 split window coupe. One of the most iconic, incredible, beautiful Corvettes ever made. 327 engine, horsepower 340, top speed of 130. And check that out. That is a beautiful looking car. This one is going to go on our podium for sure as the current champion, because look at that. It's a Corvette. All right, we are on to pack number 2. I think we'll start to go a little quicker as we learn the cars and the packs and the style. And this was a lot easier to open. And maybe the cards will get less stuck together. We can hope. The Ferrari Modinal Cabriolet. And let's see. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Very nice. Ferraris are always a good looking car. The Lamborghini Countach 5000S. Look at that engine featured right there. And then here is the Countach. All right, the cards are coming out a little better. There's definitely some stuff on them, though. Look at that. Beautiful card. I think we're hitting a groove now. Mercedes-Benz 250 SL Roadster. Only 32,000 when it first came out. And here is that card. See if I can get the focus right. There we go. Nice. All right, another Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. And at this is from 1955 and $350,000 value in 1992. That's a classic right there. Beautiful color too. And I love the pictures on these. So we've got, very, very nice black background, and you see just the silhouette of the car with it's very well lit. So I like that a lot. Chevrolet Corvette Roadster, the 1955. And here is that original Chevy Corvette. And you could see some of that, like the dark ink or the kind of the coating on that one comes out on the front of these. So it's going to probably be an issue with some of those cards, but we'll keep checking them out. The Ferrari Modinal Cabriolet. I think we saw this one just a little earlier. And bear in mind, this is, I believe, a 100 card set. And there's, 9 cards, 36 packs, so over 300 cards. So in theory, one box should be able to give us around 3 sets, depending, of course, on doubles, triples, things like that. But a Lamborghini Diablo, very nice. Very, very nice. And here's Julie with the 1991 Acura NSX. I think we had an Acura card earlier, and now Julie joins the car. And then lastly, the 1990 Chevrolet Corvette. And that takes on that new body style that was so prevalent right around when these cards came out. So there we go. All right, on to the next one. Even the packs stick together. It's funny, right? The cards stick together. Well, check this out. The packs stick together. So everything's sticking together in this set. Let's see how that continues to play out. So I don't know if that's just because of the coating on it. You know, like I've had some really premium hockey sets from the 90s, right? The like the Pro Set Platinum, it's super high gloss, and they would all stick together. So I don't know if it's an indicator of the quality of the printing. I don't think it is. It could just be that, you know, they use a lot of really nice gloss that when fresh looks beautiful, although after some time, you know, it starts to create some sticking issues. But here we have a Ford Thunderbird, 1957. And here is Catherine with the Ferrari 348 TS from 1991. So this would have been pretty much the latest Ferrari as they were printing these cards in 92. So that's pretty cool. Chevy Camaro, the 1968 SS 396. That is a beast of an automobile. You could hear that coming probably in the next state and feel it too. So that's a cool looking one. Chevrolet Corvette Coupe, 1982. So a lot of really nice Corvettes in here. And this would have been only 10 years old at the time. And worth only about $10,000. So imagine getting that for about $14,000. So it's a pretty nice deal, if you ask me. And the 1988 Porsche 959 Coupe. There you go. That's looking good. Of course, in the classic red. Here's our 57 Thunderbird. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Looking good. And here's a 1934 Mickey with the Ford 3-window coupe. So Mickey is obviously the person, and this is going to be the Ford 3-window coupe from 1934 with a top speed of 135 miles per hour. Definitely looks like it just drove out of a movie. Nice. All right, we got checklist, card number 100. So it'll be the last card in the series and the checklist that we've got. And this is pretty cool. Patrolled by aircraft. And you have the cars and the plane. All right. And here is the 1988 Porsche Slant Nose. Wendy is accompanying the vehicle. 3.6 liter, 300 horsepower in the candy red that is so synonymous with Porsche. All right, next pack we go. Let's see what we have here. And a new one, the 1963 Jaguar E-Type Roadster. We got alarms going off, and there we are back. All right. So beautiful looking car. I'm trying to think of the best way to get the right focus on here. I think that'll be it. There we go. Yeah. Nice. All right. The Mercedes-Benz 500 SL from 1991. So this would have been right before this series came out. And those are pretty solid Mercedes from that era. Very strong, very quick. recognizable. The 1952 Jaguar XK120M Roadster. We have the Porsche 959 Coupe from 1988. We've seen that one. The Lamborghini Countach, and this has a paramedic unit theme to it. Imagine that pulling up very quickly. 1982 with a top speed of 180 miles per hour. See if I can get, oh, there we go. That's going to be, so I had to hold it up high enough. Actually, there we go. That way you get a much better look at these. I think you'll enjoy that. The Jaguar E-Type Roadster. We saw this earlier in the pack. And, nope, now we're too close. There we go. The Chevrolet Camaro 69 with 290 horsepower. That would shake the block as it came by. And the 1967 Chevrolet Corvette convertible. That's looking great. And then the 1991 Lotus Elan with a top speed of 138 miles per hour. And you got the red one in the back. And then the yellow one up front. Very cool. I'm trying to get the right height in here so when we open up more, there we go. It's kind of easy to see them. All right, let's pull one of these sticky stacks apart, or the packs from the stack that's all stuck together. A lot of S's here, and we'll get through to this next grouping of cards. Oh, here we go. The 1968 Shelby GT 350 convertible. That is a car of a car for sure. We have a 1989 Ford Mustang LX Custom. 400 horsepower in that. And that was that era when you had Mustangs that were absolute, units of engines. But the cars didn't look, wildly fast or like aesthetically designed like some other ones. But underneath the hood and with the components, watch out. All right, here's the 1980 Corvette. And here's the Lamborghini Countach 5000S from 1983. Pretty nice looking lines there. Here's another checklist, card number 75. So we got checklist 100 earlier, and we have checklist number 75 here. And the Overnight Express, it looks like a Lamborghini taxi cab. And here's the 68 Shelby GT 350 convertible. We saw one of these just a little bit earlier. Ooh, the 85 Ferrari Testarossa. That's a car. That is a Ferrari's Ferrari. So many posters have that on there. When you think of Ferrari, like that's pretty much one of the cars you think of. Porsche 911 Speedster, 1989. And then the Jaguar XK120 Roadster, a true classic from 1950. Let me see about this focus here. Nope, too close. There we go. All right, on we go. We have a few packs left. We've turned the corner. We just finished pack 5. We are now on our remaining 4 packs. And let's see what we haven't seen yet. There's still a lot. 1990 Corvette ZR1 Coupe. There we go. No, is that not working? want to get this easy now, so it's just flip and focus, and then you're able to see it without really having to look or wait. So maybe almost there. Oh, let's back up a little bit. All right, we'll start there. We'll get this dialed in. Don't worry. And here's a Lamborghini Diablo, 1991. And Deborah is joining the car in this photo. And here is a prototype car, the 1978 Vector W2 Twin Turbo. It's kind of like a Back to the Future looking car. You may recognize that. And there we go. 1956 Ford Thunderbird Coupe. Check out the front of that. Almost looks like a face. 81 Lamborghini Countach in white. The 1990 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 Coupe. Still looking for that sweet spot on the focus. 54 Jaguar XK 120 Roadster. The 89 Jaguar XJS convertible. And the 91 Ferrari 348 TB in Ferrari yellow. All right, just a few packs to go. Let's see what we've got coming up here. All right, we got that Lamborghini Countach 5000S from 1984. Looking very stylish, of course, in that Lamborghini bright red. There we go. Maybe that'll do it for us. Ooh, all right. An 84 Porsche 959 Cabriolet replica. So I imagine there's a history behind that, where the replica made sense versus an original. So if you have background to that, please share, because I'm sure there's something to it. I'm fascinated by this focusing, though. There we go. I think the black may be throwing off the focusing mechanism a little bit with the reflection. All right, 91 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe. This one in a greenish blue color. And then a black 1991 Lamborghini Diablo. 492 horsepower, 202 mile per hour top speed. Now that will get you going anywhere you want to go. 1991 BMW 850i, 296 horsepower. This was a really unique BMW. It was a luxury coupe with a huge engine and a lot of power, and pretty unique to see even today. If you still see any of them out there, it's a unique car for sure. Another Countach 5000S Lamborghini 1984. And a Chevy Corvette Roadster from 1955. (1984) Lamborghini Jalpa. That's an interesting one. There we go. Oh, I think I get why. Because when the lights reflect, the on the card, the camera picks that up to some degree as part of the focusing, and that's why these are extra tricky. But that's all right. We'll get it handled. And Lamborghini Miura S from 1969, 174 mile per hour top speed. That is a beautiful, beautiful looking car. And let me see if I can get, there we go, some focus. Maybe that'll do the trick for us. We're almost through. We have 2 packs to go, and I'm excited to see what is coming up in these. There's got to be more than we've seen already. And we have our Ferrari 348 TS. And we could see some of the cards sticking there. The Jaguar E-Type Roadster from 1963. 65 Corvette Coupe. We've seen the 63. Now there's the 65, another beautiful car. The entire early 60s Corvettes were just a design all their own, and probably some of the most iconic. And here's the 34 Ford, the 3-window coupe, the one that seems like it's straight out of the movies. And the 69 Chevy Camaro. I think the floor is shaking just looking at it. We have our Ferrari 348 TS. This is the 1991. And the Porsche 959 Coupe from 1988. We have the Mercedes-Benz 500 SL Roadster. And that's kind of like you'd see those on the road. This is like a regular Mercedes out there. Very cool car. The Lotus Esprit Turbo from 1990, 163 mile per hour top speed. And that brings us to the last pack of the stack of these exotic dreams, exotic cars. Let's see what we can get. I don't think there are any special inserts. I think it's a 100 card base set. And just some really, really cool cards along the way. And here's that 34 Ford 3-window coupe, the one that we say, oh, it's from the movies. This one's the side view of that. Obviously, we have some of the glossy issue there. Shelby GT 350 convertible, 1968. That's a car. Oh, a new one we haven't seen yet, the 1991 Bentley Turbo R. That looks neat. And a nice classy white. And the Aston Martin, another new one, 1967, a DB6. You could picture James Bond, not in that specific car, I don't think, but cruising around in an Aston Martin. The Ferrari Testarossa 1985, 180 mile per hour, top speed. Beautiful. And the Ford 3-window coupe. Again, we'll see the profile view of that. It's the 1934. And the Lamborghini Countach 5000S from 1983. And then we have the Chevy Camaro, or the 1970 Chevy El Camino SS. It's like a muscle car with a pickup truck. That's a unique one for sure. And then we have the fire department version of the Lamborghini Countach 1983 with fire department badges and lights. Imagine that pulling up to pull it, help put out your fires. It would be cool. I'd still be worried about the fire, but at least I'd feel cool that that's there. All right, so let's check out some of our top cards. I think these are actually, some of the ones towards the end right here. We have our Corvette, and we have our fire engine Countach. So I think that's going to probably do us really well for some of the best cards that we found so far. So overall, really interesting set. It's fun to open up and check out and kind of get a feel for it. And there you have it. So I hope you learned something. I hope you had some fun. And there you have it. Until next time.